Thank you. So, hello everyone. I'm Usal, and I started with Al-Sama since the very beginning, and now I'm graduating from Al-Sama, unfortunately. So, I want to tell you about the how the G12++ helped us with really connecting with universities and applying to universities. So first of all, because of this certificate, we had the opportunity to prove to the universities that we are capable of succeeding in the university and beyond, and we can do what the scholar or the students who have studied 12 years of education. And I remember when we started applying to universities, we were paired up with some mentors here at Al-Sama who could help us with our writing, with our like structuring our essays for the university. And I am really happy to share that I have applied to 26 universities, and I've got five of acceptances from them. And that's why I want in the future to really study psychology and come back to my community and help my community with what I have learned from Al-Sama and in the university. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you so much, guys. So let me just, annoying that you're no longer hearing from a student, you have to come back to the development team. I'm sorry about that. For those who don't know me, my name is Libby. And I am going to be talking to you about how Al-Sama got through the latest escalation in Beirut specifically. So as you know, at the 1st of March, end of February, missiles woke us all up in the middle of the night and everything kicked off again here. But Al-Sama, in true Al-Sama fashion, did not give up, and we did not miss, again, a single day of school. For the first sort of week, we had just our top year students who are applying to and starting to get offers from universities in person in a safer location away from the camps. And then a week after that, everybody realized there wasn't much security threat here in Shatila. The students were asking us to open again, and so we did. And what was, super powerful was our students saying to us, "This is our safe haven. Everything at home is awful. I'm having to pack up my things and move in the middle of the night, but then I come to Al-Sama and everything feels normal and everything feels like it's moving in the right direction." And it was actually Wissal. Was it Wissal or Maram? I can't remember which one it was. And she said, "If it is war and violence that threaten my present, I am certain that it's education that will protect my future." And she actually said that, not ChatGPT. So yes, so we also registered with the United Nations, which made sure that any sort of threat would be registered with them. So for the most part, even though as well as it feeling like a safe haven for our students, it actually was a safe haven. So it was safer for them to be here. And for some of our centres, so in our Borja Brajne centre, we actually had to shut that down and switch to remote learning. But for both in person and remote, we managed to keep an 87+% attendance rate across all of our centres. This piece of homework was actually delivered or sent to our teacher from the Corniche. So a student was displaced. They spent the night on the Corniche and they still handed in their homework right at the very last minute at 10 p.m. Yeah.
And this is a little bit more information about the kind of commitment that was shown from our students during what was, as Libby has described, an incredibly challenging period and still is. But this is 4 weeks attendance rates for both online and in person. So online for our Borj centres and in person for our Shatila. And as you can see, considering the incredibly challenging circumstances, online attendance was up to 91% in week 7 and averaged around that throughout those 4 weeks. And in person, understandably, was slightly lower, but again, up in the 80s for throughout the difficult period. So our students showed incredible commitment throughout. And this, for those of you who have had a call with either Libya or I, you'll probably be very familiar with this slide, which is a kind of summary of the curriculum that we offer at Al Sama. And this is the curriculum that students continue to receive throughout the period of escalation over the last few months, online and in person. So for those who are less familiar, this is the kind of trajectory that our students take throughout the 6-year accelerated program that we offer. So we have our kind of core subjects, Arabic, English, and maths. And as you see from year 1, most of our students are both illiterate and enumerate in these subjects. And then by the time they reach year 6, are in C2, C1, and higher level in all of those. And as they progress through the years, we add in more subjects. So they start learning science, IT, professionalism, cricket, and awareness. And this curriculum has been internationally recognized. So as Micah mentioned at the start, our latest recognition was the Global Schools Prize a couple of weeks ago, which we were incredibly proud to have won. The trophy, in fact, is sitting behind us here. Yeah, it's for this, here it is. It's for this innovative and incredibly successful curriculum in large part that we won that.
Cool. And you'll be pleased to know that throughout the escalation and the war, it's not just our education that has not stopped, it's also our extracurriculars. So cricket remains strong. You've seen that it's opened in Homs. And our highlight from this year was that students spoke on Test Match Special. It's actually Luai, who you're about to hear from, was on Test Match Special last year. Our music department is ever growing. We now have over 300 students receiving one-to-one lessons. Our school choir, our school orchestra, everything is getting really, really good. So if you can make it to Lebanon, then we promise to put on a concert for you. We are the only Duke of Edinburgh programme in Lebanon, and Marwa, who you just heard from, she is the first refugee to run a Duke of Edinburgh programme in Lebanon, and the students are still loving it and everything's going really well. And of course, we've got our weekly art lessons. There was a wartime workshop with Tom Young, who's quite a famous artist here in Beirut, that happened. And most recently, I'm sure some of you can remember, there was a big exhibition that happened in Lord's Cricket Ground, which saw some of our students sell their work. And I'm going to pass you over to Hussein Luai.
Hello, everyone. I am Hussein. I'm one of the year 6 students, and I'm also a cricket coach. So actually, what you can see here in the screen is an initiative that was done by us, me, Abed, and Luai. Unfortunately, Abed is not here. But the initiative started with Coach Mohammed and Coach Richard whispering in the corner of the playground about how can we track data accurately and how can we report more concisely. So Luai had a sneak to this conversation, and he heard this. And when we gathered with each other at night, he told us, why not we solve this problem? So inside this gathering, so we started to think, how can we manage to do this? Because we used to do the scoring on papers, and the papers obviously will get lost, and you need to try get the data from them and then put them into an Excel sheet. So what we came up with the idea of digital scoring system that can track data easily for players, who was the best, who got the most wickets. So in this way, as students are tracked so easily and no papers are needed, you can use it by your phone or laptop easily. And once the match is finished, you will have a spreadsheet that has everything about the data of the players, what they've done, how many wickets they've got, and so on.
All right. So, in fact, you don't know, the first ever match played outside the UK was in Aleppo 350 years ago, which is something extraordinary. And we were very interested to do this in Lebanon. As you know, here's us. At the top left, you can see the England's team. So we invited people from England coming who were well skilled, and people from Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and India joining this big event here. So as you know that in the first day we had girls playing, and fortunately they won. And we played also against England and we won. But the extraordinary match, I think, was special for Al Sama is beating the Sri Lankan team they used to beat us for 3 years. And why I think it's an extraordinary, because we beat them in the 300th anniversary, which was a big event for us. And fortunately, Al Sama has won all the matches, and we were very happy to celebrate this.
So now onto our music department in Al Sama. So this has continued to grow. We have around 300 students who receive one-to-one instrumental lessons across our 4 Beirut centers. And the instruments that the kind of array of instruments that we have on offer include the oud, the guitar, percussion, piano, the violin, as you can see up on the slide, and voice also. So we have one-to-one singing lessons, and we also have a choir. So we have 7 teachers, 6 of those are full-time, 1 part-time, and they offer 10 lessons per day. And not only do we have one-to-ones, but we also have group sessions with students. And the curriculum that we offer also focuses both on Western and non-Western music, so that students are receiving a kind of a breadth in their musical knowledge. And one exciting new initiative that we rolled out this year was songwriting class. So this was an intern-led club led by myself and my colleague Emma, who is not here, sadly. But I have some of the students with me who I taught since October, and they're here to introduce themselves and to also give you a flavor of the songs that we came up with over the 8 months. So I'm going to hand over to Sidra.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Sidra. I'm 17 years old, Shatila too. Music speaks what I can't, write or compose. Consequently, we write this song. So I hope this song touched you like it touched me. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let me fly around the sky. I want to stay with the butterfly. Let me fly alone and free. My spirit inside is choking me, choking me, choking me, choking me. How did you think like that? Are you a monster or something like that? Please tell me why you thought like that. How did you think like that? How did you think like that? You think I'm free, but you can't see shackles holding me. Just let me fly in the trees, then I will be free among the bees, among the bees, among the bees, among the bees. How did you think like that? Are you a monster or something like that? Please tell me why you thought like that. How did you think like that? How did you think like that? Thank you.
So that was our a cappella Let Me Fly with the Bees by Sidra and a slight accompaniment by me. And now I pass over to our second group, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Mais. I'm 15 years old. I'm from Shatila too. And my name is Asma, and also I'm from Al-Sama Shatilatu. Songs is the way we can describe our feelings, our imagination, to share with the people, and I think it's the best way to I describe my feelings, imagination with the world around me.
I love so much music because it's helped me to represent my inner feeling, and now I know how to sing, how to play in piano and guitar. And now we will sing together.
Our song is we are making our own, and now we will start.
Stay with me tonight.
Stay with me tonight when the world feels bright. You make my heart beat glow, glow, glow. Stay with me tonight when the world feels bright. You make my heart beat glow, glow, glow. You are like moonshine on my simple life. You are my happiness with no strife. Stay with me tonight when the world feels bright. You make my heart beat glow, glow, glow. When you laugh, the world feels bright. When you're near my heart, it takes flight. Stay with me tonight when the world feels bright. You make my heart beat glow, glow, glow. I hope you don't leave me. I hope you don't fly. If you leave me, I lose my trust with all. I hope you don't leave me. I hope you don't fly. If you leave me, I lose my trust with all. But stay with me tonight when the world feels bright. You make my heart beat glow, glow, glow. Stay with me tonight when the world feels bright. You make my heart beat glow, glow, glow. Thank you for listening. And I want to give you one point. Before we started in Al-Sama, we was bad confidence, especially in English. But right now, we write our own songs in English.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone. And we are hoping by the end of the academic year to have an Al-Sama album released. So we're in the process of recording those songs. So I'll be sure to send that link around when it does happen. But for now, I will pass over to Richard.
Very good. So I have sitting next to me Kawthar and Marwa, and we are going to give you an account of our class, which is essentially a poetry class that teaches three things. Firstly, it teaches, slightly dull but necessary, how to structure an academic essay. Then after that, it teaches how to analyze poems. And we've looked at some pretty serious poets, W.B. Yeats, Blake, Louis MacNeice, Edward Thomas, Sylvia Plath. But then the third thing that it teaches, all in one class, is how to write poems. And if I have to say what is the favorite part of the class, it is that third piece, where we get a glimpse of some extremely talented students and their creativity. So we're going to hear two poems, one by Kawthar, one by Marwa. What they're going to do is to read their poem out loud once. Quite hard for everyone to kind of receive a poem just on one reading. But then Kawthar is going to explain a little bit why she wrote it. I will explain a little bit why this poem was selected, and then we'll have one more reading, by which time you might understand more what's in the poem. Kawthar.
Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Kawthar, and I am one of the students in poetry class from Mr. Richard, and it is one of my favorite classes here in Al-Sama. It's an amazing class. You can explain your ideas, you can like learn about new things in poetry, and it was an amazing class. And today I'm gonna share with you my favorite poem. Hope you enjoy it. So the name of it, Piece of Me. It waits in the corner of the room, holding more stories than anyone knows, silent through the busy, annoying hours. When I place it on my lap, my fingers start finding their way. No need to think about it. Its strength gave me all the answers. The sound isn't loud, yet it carries a piece of me. Feelings from different moments and memories too special to explain. For others, it's only a piece of wood and strength. But to me, it's a proof that some things don't need words to keep us belonging to each other. And when the last sound disappears, the silence feels different. Not empty, even silence can have a feeling.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So actually, I was writing this as my experience in playing oud. So we were having a holiday, and my oud was with me, and it was like I have every day to train on it. So in each line, I have a memory. I have like a story to tell, and I was having an experience in each line. So it's like not just a poem for me, it is a real experience from my real life and my relationship with my old. So it wasn't like just a word have been written. It was a more experience for me.
Beautiful, Kawthar. And that's exactly why this poem was selected. I mean, in essence, it's a very simple poem. It starts with no music at all, with the oud in the corner of the room, silent, and Kawthar going through busy, annoying hours. She then picks up the oud and plays it, and then at the end of the poem, she puts it down again and there is silence. But the difference between the beginning of the poem, the busy, annoying hours, and the end of the poem, where the silence feels different, not empty, even silence can have a feeling, is remarkable. We have gone on a journey with her in order to change our mood from the beginning to the end. And what I also loved about it was the way that there is so much thinking into the experience. About, for example, how the fingers start finding their own way, no need to think about it. I guess if I were a really good musician, that would happen to me. Not being a musician, I can just imagine how it happens to Kawthar. Do we have time? Maybe we don't have time. We're going to just have one reading. Let me hand on now to Marwa.
So, hello everyone, it's Marwa Khudar, and very nice to meet you all. So, I'm going to share with you my poem. So, it's called The Window. I'm at my window, sitting on an old chair. I sit quietly, but inside me, there are waves like the sea. Each morning feels like a new day, but carries the same pain of yesterday. Some days, the sky is so bright and clear, but my mind is not. The window never chooses to close. If I close it, the door opens with a high wind. I think that neither the door nor the window will ever close. So I wrote this poem, I know, especially because I'm a student, like sometimes I face some challenge, especially in math or any subject like that. And I feel stressed and overwhelmed. And the best way I found it to express my feeling without talking, without any word, so by writing this poem. I think this is the best thing to do, like in that time when I was in that situation, to express my feeling. So thank you.
Beautiful, Marwa. And if we read about, I don't know, perhaps 10 or 12 different poets in that class, and we started in September. I'm going to ask you both, which was your favourite poet?
For Selena.
Sylvia.
Sylvia, yeah.
So that's what I expected you to say.
Yeah.
Sylvia Plath. What was your favourite poet, Kawthar?
For me, also Sylvia Plath, Blackberries.
Very good. So Sylvia Plath was the last one that we did. So Sylvia Plath was in some ways an inspired choice, and I wish I'd started the course earlier with Sylvia Plath, because she spoke very, very directly to all our female students, and I think particularly to Margot. I mean, this poem that you have in front of you, it could so easily have been written by Sylvia Plath, particularly that last line. And it's a brave poem, it's a brave confessional poem. What Marwa has done, a little bit like Katha, but Marwa perhaps even more so, is expressed feelings of hurt and difficulty and challenge and almost depression. Each morning feels like a new day, but it carries the pain of yesterday. Some days the sky is bright and clear, my mind is not. But what really, I think, put this poem apart was the imagery of the last four lines. And I'm not even sure Marwa herself understands how clever this is. The window never chooses to close. If I close it, the door opens with a high wind. I think that neither the door nor the window will ever close. There's a frustration there, but also an extraordinary set of images about insecurity, about being in a room which she would like to be a secure room, but the window doesn't close. And if the window closes, the door opens. In fact, nothing closes. There's an insecurity and a vulnerability there that is just beautifully expressed in this poem. And that last line, I think that neither the door nor the window will ever close, is the last line that Sylvia Plath herself could have written.
Fab. And our students' talent knows no bounds. So you've heard them singing, you've heard them doing their poetry. And the next thing that our students had great success with was their art exhibition that happened in Lords in partnership with the MCC Foundation. But what was extra special about it was that our students' artwork was in and amongst some really incredible artwork from some internationally renowned artists, such as Tom Young and Mona Hatoum, who's a very, very famous Palestinian artist. And we're super excited to say that every single one of our students' artwork sold, which means that every artist that took part in the competition is now able to buy themselves a laptop. So we're trying to teach them that their talent does have worth beyond the classroom. So that's really exciting. We'll be definitely running it next year. So if you missed out on buying either an international piece of art or a student's piece of art this year, there will be an opportunity next year. So
Brilliant.
I think we are.
That is us done. Thank you so much. It's been a jam-packed open day, and I hope it's given you a flavour of what we've been up to, and for those perhaps who don't know us as well, a flavour of Al Sama as a whole.